In the last 100 years, we've been losing large amounts of sagebrush steppe habitat because Douglas fir and juniper have moved into sagebrush steppe. We used to have more frequent, lower intensity wildfires move through the landscape. When those wildfires happened, it would keep these conifers from taking hold out in the grasslands, and that would maintain that sagebrush and grassland habitat.
The conifers have encroached to the point where what used to be grassland is now forest land. It's disturbing to me because I lease out the grazing on my place and I'm losing any profit from the grass that I'm selling.
As conifer forests expand, we also lose wildlife habitat.
You can see the remaining skeletons of the big sagebrush plants that have died underneath the trees in the shaded environment.
As those trees outcompete the native shrubs and grasses, we lose forage for wildlife and for livestock. We also lose suitable habitat for species like sage-grouse.
One of the challenges we're facing is as these conifer forests have expanded, they've become denser, they've built a tremendous or unnatural fuel load. So if fire returns to these places, they are going to be really high intensity burns. And those types of fires have long-term impacts on the soils and the plant recovery. So what we're really attempting to do is re-implement what were natural disturbances under periodic fire back onto this landscape.
We hire teams that come in with chainsaws and they do what they call lop and scatter. And then burning, to me, makes sense, and that way you're eliminating not only the lop and scatter trash that's on the ground, but you're eliminating the baby trees that are growing underneath that.
When we use prescribed fire in sagebrush, you leave little island pockets of sagebrush that reseed that site. And we see at some sites in southwest Montana that sagebrush return in as little as 5 years. What you don't see is the conifer seedlings coming back up through the sagebrush.
We're looking at these projects from an ecological perspective, not a property boundary perspective. So working in conjunction with private landowners, we end up building these partnerships, which allows us to take a landscape approach to this conifer encroachment issue.
If I can eliminate a lot of this encroachment, that gives me more grass. That becomes more sustainable. Down the road, my family will still be here, hopefully, doing what I'm doing and not turning it into a subdivision.
When we start realizing how much common ground we have, that's where we start having successes on the ground.